がここにいるうちの本物のスクールスポーツのために行こうぜベイビーバンこの国は気をつけて、現実になることがありますからね。
All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue the long-standing tradition of covering Japanese boxing here on True School Sports. True School Sports, the #1 source for Japanese boxing in America, from an American. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you everybody for tuning into this video, and ayete okata. Nice to see everybody here once again, showing that love and that support and passion that I'm sure we all have for this amazing sport of boxing. Now, we're going to talk about probably my favorite fighter from Japan right now, and that's my boy, the amazing boy, Kenshiro Teraji. Yes, he's coming off that heartbreaking loss to Ricardo Sandoval. You know, some people would say it's a close fight that could have went either way. When I watched it back, I thought it was a straight robbery. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Kenshiro won the fight clearly, but that's neither here nor there. You know, time does go on. But listen, he's at an interesting place in his career because there's speculation now that Kenshiro might just move up to the next weight class, and he's actually the rankings for super flyweight have been updated, and the rankings say that Kenshiro Teraji comes in as the number 6th ranked IBF super flyweight contender. So if he is to go that route, if he's gonna explore the possibility of becoming a 3-division champion, then he would obviously have to fight the Mexican Wilbaldo Garcia, who, you know, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I've watched him fight a ton, but you know, I feel like that could be a good option, and I think it's very realistic because the Japanese promoters could offer Wilbaldo Garcia a lot of money. Wilbaldo Garcia has fought in Japan. He fought, if I'm not mistaken, he fought Rene Calixto for the vacant title. I'm going to say on a Tomoki Kameda promotions card, on a 3150 promotions card. So I think, you know, being that Wilbaldo does have some experience fighting in Japan, also, I know Wilbaldo Garcia is also promoted by Brendan Gibbons. You know, Brendan Gibbons works with him, and Brendan Gibbons has a crazy good relationship with promoters in Japan. So yeah, it's very doable. It's very doable for Kenshiro, and I like the fight for him. I like the fight. I think he can beat Wilbaldo. Although I will say it's always interesting when you get a Mexican fighter against a Japanese fighter, because it's two very different schools of boxing, and historically speaking, Mexican volume punching seems to be very troublesome for the very disciplined, sometimes rigid, but, you know, structured style of Japanese fighters who like to fight for mid-range and, you know, power punch and those kind of things. So it's always interesting, but it's what boxing's all about. I mean, Kenshiro Teraji becoming a 3-division champion would put him in another stratosphere. You know, I think for a long time, and even now, I still think he don't get the credit he deserves. Because even when he was pound for pound, the whole time he was on the pound for pound list, nobody could just give him his flowers, at least in America. Nobody could just give him his flowers. It was always just about, oh, why he shouldn't be there because they don't know shit about boxing. But that's my take on it. The Wilbaldo Garcia fight makes a lot of sense, but if he doesn't fight Wilbaldo Garcia, Kenshiro Teraji has publicly stated that you know, he does like the Ricardo Sandoval rematch, and he's confident that in the rematch things will be different and that he will beat him. And I feel the same way. I really feel the same way. I feel like if they ever do the rematch, Kenshiro's gonna stop Ricardo Sandoval. Ricardo Sandoval, I think, got way too much credit because most people didn't have high expectations of him. They didn't. They didn't think he was gonna be a guy that would beat Kenshiro. They thought he'd be a fighter that would keep the Kenshiro gravy train rolling. Now, I didn't think that. I know Ricardo Sandoval is a good fighter, and I'm actually a fan of Ricardo Sandoval, but I didn't think he won the first time. The first time I thought it was a close fight that could have went either way. I thought Kenshiro won. But when I watched it the second time, oh my God, I can't believe they gave it to Ricardo Sandoval on Japanese soil. So, you know, they say Japanese fighters get hometown advantage. Shit, these days they can't seem to get a decision in a close fight. But that just is what it is. I think Kenshiro Teraji should fight with Wilbaldo Garcia, because if you beat Wilbaldo Garcia, you know, it enhances your legacy in boxing. You know, it shows you, it would show the world once again, like how great of a fighter Kenshiro is, to come back become 3-division champion after a tough loss, moving up higher in weight. And on top of that, what it would do for him, you know, it's not going to happen. He's not going to fight Bam Rodriguez, but, you know, they'd be in the same weight class briefly. So, you know, if he could get there and get a belt, maybe, you know, maybe he could fight Bam, but I doubt it. Bam already has his plans laid out. They want to go fight Puma Martinez, and then they're going to go look to go to bantamweight. So, you know, Ken Shiro and Bam probably won't meet up at 115, but, you know, a man can dream. If Bam does move up to 118 from 115 after the Puma Martinez fight, then even better. That's actually even better for Ken Shiro, because now you'll have more belts open, and Ken Shiro could actually, you know, unify 115 if he beats Wilbaldo Garcia. So I don't really see how him going to super flyweight to become a 3-division champion is a lose-lose for him. If Bam stays there to maybe fight him, then boom, you got a potential mega fight on your hands. If Bam moves up, then that still works out, because you can now get more titles and continue to put the finishing touches on what's been nothing short of a magnificent career, which I hope and pray allows him to end up in the Hall of Fame one day. So that's where I'm coming from. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about a potential fight for Kenshiro Teraji against the Mexican Wilbaldo Garcia? You know, the chance for him to become a 3-division champion and put the finishing touches on what's been a great career. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you could love me or you could hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe. You won't be disappointed.